emotion that is usually there for you. And it's there whether you're in business or not, but it's usually the emotion that you default when something gets triggered. When something gets triggered in you, when something happens. So that could just be in your business too, whether it's either side of the aisle. So I have a nonprofit and a for-profit. So if there's a frustration with a funder, that may hit a trigger about something. If there is, something going in my for-profit business, something happening with a client, it may trigger something for me. And if the triggers, if the happiness is a default emotion, that means that when you're triggered, you still get to be happy no matter the circumstances. And in business, that's really a great distinction because business is where it's just, we live in a country where we're all about it, right? We get to start a small business here. You can be anything, you can become anything, your business can grow and become acquired. And so with that in mind, who you are, your relationship to money, your relationship to your business, your relationship to why you're in business, all of these things, they matter. And so when you have a structure, an organization like Happy Neighborhood Project, it's really connects you to the resources, but it's also very thoughtful. It's very thoughtful. There's someone behind me, but there's not. It feels like somebody else is in this room, but they're not. But so it's just very thoughtful, in fact. And then when you think about doing business, okay, so I'm in my neighborhood. Like this is why I wanted H a part of neighborhood networking on Fridays. So I had an opportunity through the Indianapolis Foundation and CICF. My fiscal sponsor is named Culture Through Expression, and my partner Charles. And so he asked me to come at this space at 37th Place here in Indianapolis and to put together some kind of business networking. So my background in nonprofit is also about community economic development. And so I'm this diehard. Everything that I do is about community economic development. So I facilitate a process of holistic transformation. I focus on women, but I use that as a vehicle for community economic development. Like that's what it's about. That's what it's for. And that is the intent. And it is to make sure that as people living in a particular community, that you're not relating to your community as somewhere to escape. So like for me, being an African American person, if I watch ESPN or if I watch sports and I look at any of like the football players or the basketball players, if they were ever broke, like if they came from a high crime area or something like that, or their neighborhood, it's always like, oh, and he made it. He made it. Like he escaped from his neighborhood. Like what? Like this is ridiculous. It's the same neighborhood as everybody else's neighborhood. It might not have the amenities. It may have, elements in it that occur a certain way, but it is still a community thriving full of people. The difference is, can that community produce people that know the rules of the money game and are willing to build a business to come back and revitalize that community and sustain that community? So that's why I am here at my place in 37th Place in Indianapolis. And it is to put together a kind of a hybrid in-person and online virtual networking space. And I'm focusing primarily on 18 to 34-year-old young adults because it is getting them equipped with the resources in organizations like Happy Neighborhood Project. It's getting them equipped with all of the resources that are in Indianapolis, like INRC and other places, and then connecting them to real businesses. So there's a lot of people in network marketing, affiliate marketing that come to HNP. Network marketing produces some of the most female multimillionaires in the country come out of the network marketing space. And so it's possible for a person to be able to get education and then use that education to be able to make a difference in their community. And that kind of business is called a social enterprise, where the people is just part of the bottom line is the profit. And so it's important to me to make sure that I'm growing this platform and growing this space to make sure that young people know that they are welcome here and that we are going to give them the game. Um, is it Diva? I say Diva. Is it Diva or is it Deva? Is it Diva? It's Diva, right?
Oh, we've heard Dava. Now we're here. No, it's
I
Diva.
think
Yeah,
it's
because
Diva,
it's
right?
Denise and
Okay.
Vargas melded together. So Diva.
Right. She broke it down for me. So Diva, like, is into Legal Shield, and I used to be in Legal Shield, but I love Legal Shield. I think it's a great business model. It used to be called prepaid legal. That's how long I've been affiliated with it. And there's a lot of people that, there's culturally, there are times that people are like looking for a lawyer. Somebody gets in trouble, everybody's trying to collect money for them to have a lawyer. If you just knew more about how to run a business and you had access, when you're having a business, you need a lawyer. You need a lawyer just like you need an accountant. I moved into a condominium community and I had a problem with my HOA. Who do you think I called? Legal Shield. They got right on it. Sent the letters. I got my POA done. And I'm talking about $29 a month to be able to have access to an attorney to help me get things done when I need them done. And they for $14 a month, I had like business protection for my business and things that just the legal protection I needed for my business. And I think it wasn't that much more for me to be like have protection on the dark web. And so getting young people introduced to these kinds of businesses. I love network marketing because it has a personal and professional development training with it always. Every network marketing company always has the personal development that has to happen because they know the personal development has to happen in order for you to be able to really attract money and to improve or transform your relationship to money. So that's a lot of what we're doing here is talking about money, how money works, and then providing the space for people to network and get to know one another. I have made some of the best acquaintances that have turned into friends in agency, as if I've known them. It's funny, like I've never met in person, but we've gotten so accustomed to a virtual world that's 3, 4 years that it's like I feel like I know them. It hasn't even been 3 years. 2019, 2020, 2020. Yeah, we're in 2024. Okay, so yeah, the last 3 or 4 years, the fourth year. And so that's what this space is for. That's what this space is for. That's what this space is about. That's why you will see us here, and we will be here consistently every Friday. And in the next 2 weeks, you will start to see a lot of young people start to really start showing up in this physical space. And we will be have a different monitor so that people can be seen on the network. And we're getting all those things straightened out. But this was also, it was a breakthrough for me and not just my commitment, but being on time and just showing up. So like whether anybody was in the room or not, whether anybody was in the Zoom or not, it's just like consistently showing up. And I feel like that puts an energy out there, a flow, that it expands. It opens up like the container for people to know that they can come in. So sometimes people just watch you and they see, oh, they're gonna do that thing, they're gonna do that thing. And then when they see, yeah, they do that thing. Okay, they do that thing. Whether anybody's there or not, they do that thing. And then they start showing up. So I want people to just get familiar with the space, get used to seeing us here every Friday from 6 to 7 or 7:30, however it goes, and know that that's what we're here for. We're here to make sure that people get introduced to one another's businesses, have the ability to support one another, really create community, and be connected with all of the resources for social entrepreneurs that are really interested in creating social enterprise. And I think that any business is a great way. Any business is a great way to do it. When you have businesses that are built that you can join and you're younger, it's just an amazing opportunity for you from that space. In this space, I will be focusing on life insurance because it is the money game and it is one of the most impressive um, education I've ever seen. So when young people do not want, let's say they may not want to go to college or they sit out a year or just want to go to work. I know young people can have good jobs at the post office, good jobs at the post office, right? And adding a secondary income stream where you have the opportunity to also have personal and professional development is fantastic. And it doesn't matter to me which one of them that you want to do, just that you want to do one of them. I have two of them that I am affiliated with that I love. and then my personal coaching under my own. And so that is what I am up to. That is what we are here for, and that is what we will be doing consistently every Friday until June the 28th. Now, when June 28th comes, me and Emily will have talked about it before then. We'll probably keep the virtual spot going. And the goal is that if we have young people that come in and participate, that they really be the ones that start running it. We want them to start co-hosting it. We want them to get into H&P, get involved, and really start taking over the process and grooming them to be the next leaders in their community. And to me, H&P is a fantastic place to do that. It's international. It just did so much for me and my business and my personal professional development. So I can never say enough good things about it. So on that note, I will segue into my peeps, and this is Kurt, Emily, and Diva. So whoever wants to go first, we'll do that, and we'll do a few icebreakers, and then we'll talk about the BIPOC summit that I went to networking last night, and was there all day today for workshops. So Kurt, you can go first.
All right. So, well, you mentioned the Happy Neighborhood Project. So, if people want to dive right into that, you can find that by going to the short link, HMP for Happy Neighborhood Project, hmpabc.com. And you'll find that forwards to the homepage of happyneighborhoodproject.com. And there's a spot in the co-op. And if you weigh into the co-op enrollment, you can change the setting to sign up for free. And then with that free co-op enrollment, you end up having a dashboard. Point being, it'll show you our schedule because it has the registration features with things and how to connect with us at gobrunch.com. There are 10 meetings a week. There are 2 every month. And then we have taken on 24/7 networking. So the opportunity to use the platform anytime folks want to gather and network on Go Brunch. So yeah, we got new little twists always coming down the line with Happy Neighborhood Project. I am also sharing about helpopedia.org with our focus in 18 to 35 year range. Helpopedia is another group that's a stakeholder in that age group, much through high school and collegiate experiences and education, and with families and parents, and so the students media looking to supplement and complement what is provided by the school entity itself. And then you were kind of mentioning about pretty much like different parts of life coming together. We just got to do a shout out to Holly. Holly, how you doing? And insurance to make sure if anything happened to ourselves or another person as the key person, that the group will continue to have the financial resources needed to continue on, because we'd hate to see people not continue the great work of groups because something happens to a key person and everything falls apart because the group just doesn't have the resources. That's another way that insurance plays a key role with key people.
Right.
So, so from there, like what we're doing here, recording this for distribution. Holly's working with us with another great group called the Great Discovery, which is there for content creators and, for online learners and people who like affiliate marketing, so akin to the skills of network marketing and so forth. So we're just enjoying a lot of ways that this entrepreneurial space is enriching people's lives, and yeah, we can have fun with it. I tend to lay it out that there's 6 lanes that I try to navigate. There tends to be in groups different ways to give pillars of building that balance and showing strength that what we need to do to move forward and be stable and be high achievers and keep it all together type of thing. I tend to refer right away to chakras. If you look at the function of the chakras, that can kind of give those basic necessities to thrive and so forth. But I tend to lay it out that I start with, as we get to meet each other, we tend to pick up that as we build a deeper relationship, we start to figure out what it is the other person or people do to keep refueling themselves. It could be a faith group, it could be, I talk about, maybe it's going out and hugging a tree or getting out into nature or meditating or whatever it is. We tend to have this part of life which reinvigorates us and sets that purpose for each and every day. And then from there, we tend to find that we all have some capacity for service. And this brings me into interdependence and
Yes.
reciprocal relationships, mutual aid,
Yes.
volunteer groups and so forth, nonprofit organizations. So, and then even when you're in business, a lot of times you provide a service, but then you're doing service on top of the service because you're just in the business of taking care of people. And then there's the educational realm, which folds us into personal and professional development, lifelong learning. And let's not forget the great learning opportunities that exist there at libraries, and then back to the great discovery or content creation platforms where we can gobble up learning over online resources all day long, every day. And then there's potential for civic role, or like you mentioned, prepaid legal services incorporated, legal shield and ID shield, stuff like that, in terms of, our governance and our government realm. And this is a big political year. So that
Mm.
for many is a big vital part of plans for this year 2024. And then the business realm and work to continue growing how we're productive members of society. And then we get to the 6th lane that I have as our favorite always. It's that fun lane. Hobbies, pastime, leisure activity, travel, sports, recreation, theater, arts, that area where when you say you work to live, what is that part when you say you're living it up? You're living it, living the dream. What does that look like? And what are you doing right
Yeah.
now in those areas? Because my mantra is what's fun gets done. So with this Friday neighborhood networking Fridays, you know, we go by what's fun gets done. So how we make Fridays fun here is going to be the key. And Diva on these third Fridays of every month, Denise Vargas hosts a separate autonomous event known as a posting party. If you've never been
Woo-hoo.
to a posting party, catch posting parties with Diva lifestyle strategists and learn how we can take how we show up on social media and we collectively co-create a wider reach for all of us, separate and severally, and in that synergistic combination together, each achieves more. Posting parties. So with that, I'll take it back to you, Sharita, and feel free to pick my brain at any point in the program coming up.
I love it. And I have the posting party on my calendar. So I intend to be there. It is shortly after this event ends. So I'll probably be in my car for maybe 5 minutes of it. And then I'll be able to scoot in my house. However, you mentioned the great discovery. I was on that call the other morning. That is really a dope concept. really a dope concept. There's some things that I'm going to do preliminarily before I go into that platform, but I definitely want to be a part of that platform. I thought that was a really, I just thought that was such a great concept. I was like, oh man, I should have thought of that. It's kind of like, so do you guys know about Gaia? Gaia's got the greatest library in the world for all these amazing documentaries and videos. So it kind of puts me in the mind of Gaia, like these everybody's coming together, put all these courses together. You can really get one place to have all of this education. And it was funny because I was listening to this woman on YouTube, and she was like, I was watching this course, and then I just jumped into another one. So I just jump into these courses all the time online. And I was like, they might have a good idea going on there. Okay. So yeah, I did love it. I got to talk to the young man, I think his name is Alex, and Debbie invited me, and that was a real good time. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. And they had a very cool feature. If you do your courses in the Great, what's it called? The Great Discovery. If you do your courses in the Great Discovery, oh my gosh, it was so cool. He showed us how he took his course and he changed it to like Japanese, and his mouth moved with the words. So I really love that. So I think that's probably the selling point for me to be able to have my languages and to have it in a cloud, because they have created relationships with different corporations. So they're going to go back to those corporations. You can be grandfathered in for one particular price or something like that, I think, until the end of April. And then after that, they're going back to these corporations and making this course content be like a part of their employee benefits, which is part of the direction that I wanted to go with my courses anyway, was into corporate wellness. So I think that that's going to be a great relationship. There's a lot of young creators. They're all on Instagram. I think that using something like the Great Discovery is a wonderful one for them. Plus, they get that Sigma 6 training. Or Sigma 6. 6. That's Six Sigma. So I have a girl, I'm cheating actually, because I have a home girl who is like real certified. And he, I'm working on 2 devices here. And she is going to be helping me with that and giving me some of that training. So I was like, oh, she was like, oh yeah, girl, everything about Six Sigma. So yeah, my wonderful girlfriend will be helping me with all of that. So it's definitely something that I'm going to be looking at. I was very, very impressed with the Great Discovery. So I'm glad you brought that up. And when I heard you invite, what you say, Emily? Oh, okay, thank you. Yes, we will. I invite. I promise you, I invite. So I promise I invite. And then we can do live together through the week to get people to talk more about what we're doing too. But that's the point of recording these, is to make little 5 and 10-second reels out of them, and then be able to put them on TikTok, put them on our social media, and then be able to use it to promote the event like that. What's up, Diva? Got our Diva on. Look at that hair.
Oh yeah,
I am doing pretty fantastic. I went to a place that I'm going to talk about here in a little bit, but I would love for you to share, now that you are on camera, and share a bit about yourself. I loved everything that you were telling us a couple of weeks ago. It was so great about the mindset and belief. But this week, if you can share more about, so she's going to be our featured guest coming up soon. It's going to be Diva and her upline. And so each Friday, I want to start having somebody that takes minutes to talk about their specific industry, their business. And so, only 10, 20 minutes just to talk about that specific thing. And yeah, and that's that. That's that. So if you want to share more about Legal Shield, how you got into it, ID Shield, how long you've been in, and what is so great about it.
Absolutely. So also I'm going to put in the chat, tonight we have the Live Creatively hosting party. So if you want to come to that, it's free. I would love to have you guys there. And it's a way that we can, give each other some love on our social media.
Absolutely.
Awesome, awesome. All right, so about me. So I help women live the lifestyle they've always dreamed of. They just didn't know how, or maybe they didn't know what they want to do. I help them focus on that with their entrepreneurship and wellness journey. I have a suite of tools that helps them grow personally and professionally. And so yeah, that's what I do. I'm all about mindset because what you focus on will definitely come out. If you're a negative person and all you think is, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, then yeah, you can't, right? But if you're positive, you will find a way. And if you don't find a way, I will help you find a way.
Love it.
That's beautiful.
And you do that on is that like a personal coaching that you do?
I do. I coach and then I show them my tools. So if they already have a business, but they're trying to grow that business, I will show them the tools that I use that I highly recommend.
Beautiful. And is this so? So you have a coaching business, and then you also do Legal Shield because you do something else too. Because I have the Life Wave. I use that too.
So I do Legal Shield, I do Life Wave, I do cosmetics, and the cosmetics I do, it stays on. It does not come off. You can go like this all day long. It won't get on your with inflammation. So that's really helped you just give me like an overall calmness. So while the 39, I am convinced, really rejuvenated my nerves, the ones that were damaged. So that works with that. And then the 49 has been helping my joints and my bones. I don't feel the sensitivity when people touch me, so I feel really good with that. And then like I said, inflammation. So all around, like you just feel like this calmness. You just feel like nothing is really affecting you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So Life Wave. Can you say a little bit about what Life Wave is?
Absolutely. So they're little round patches, and what it is got amino acids in it, and they're little crystals basically that when you put it on your body, it activates your own energy, your own it's like phototherapy, but it's coming from with you. So there's not nothing going into your body; it's your whole body working as nature intended.
Love it. I love it. And how long have you been in Life Wave?
Almost a year.
Okay. And how long did you use your patches before they started making a difference for you?
3 months. And that to me was what. So when I got into it, I was like, all right, let me try it. I did a little research on it. I said, let me try it. And sometimes, you're in something, you try it for a few months, and you're like, I don't really see it working. When I saw in 3 months the difference, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm convinced. But what really took me over the top was when I had my blood work done, not only was I able to get off of the gabapentin, that I realized right away in the 3 months, but when I had my blood work done, the doctor told me that my thyroid is better. I completely got off of my thyroid medication as well.
Wow.
Bonus. I was not
Beautiful.
expecting. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So how long have you been in Legal Shield?
I've been doing that now for a little over 2 years.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well,
Uh-huh.
good deal. You and your what's your upline's name?
Maria Galicia.
Maria Galicia.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful name. So we will schedule time for you and Maria to be here in the next week or two, so that way she can do her whole spiel thing and talk about Legal Shield and that opportunity. And I'm going to move to Hale, like Hallelujah. I don't know if she's there or not.
Yep.
There she is.
I'm here.
She just flew in. She just touched down.
Thank you. And Emily, I just have to give it to you. You were so phenomenal. I enjoyed being in this morning on the talk.
I heard about it too. I
Yeah.
heard about it. Everybody had lots of questions and was really engaged. I heard good
So
things
good.
about it this morning.
Yes, and it's an amazing place, the Daily Huddle. Did you tell them about it, Kurt? The Daily Huddle and motivation? Because I came in a little bit later, so I don't know if you shared about what about the motivation reading?
I did not share about the motivational readers. No, not yet.
Yeah, those are all good. And then they have that, and then they have the workday session right after. It's like back to back. I get up at 5 to just attend those. And it just, there's just, it feels like really emphatic. That's all I gotta say. They literally, I call Mastermind Brother Stan, because I did like my first, like a summit or something, and the called me after. It felt like my father calling me, my brother. It was just like they're really, really. I love this group, and I always share wherever I am about them because they make a huge difference. They really empower you. Uh, and Kurt, you know that, right? Okay.
Okay, well, Hale has sold it for me. I gotta be on the morning huddles now. What time is the morning huddle?
The morning huddle is 6 a.m. Pacific time, and the motivation reading, these are Pacific, 5 a.m. Pacific, and then there's a workday session, which is 6:30. And so they're all back to back.
Okay, and how many of them are they? Are there?
There's just three: the motivation reading, the daily huddle. So I have it written down. So that's why I'm looking this way, and the workday session. So I should know by heart. Yeah, the workday session. I do. Yes.
So 6 Pacific is 9 a.m. my time.
Yes, so it works out better on you guys. Yes, yes, that is correct. It's a better time for
So
you
from
guys.
and how long does it last? From 9 to what time?
The first one is 5. You could leave at 5:30. So it's 8. So you can leave that at 8:30, but they stay on for the whole hour. And then the daily huddle is only 30 minutes, which is 9 to 9:30. And then if you want to just a place, a space to do your own thing, a workday session, and that's 8:30 your time, right? Yeah, 8:30.
Okay, beautiful. And
Sorry,
did you put a link for it?
Pacific is 6:30, so it makes it 9:30
Yes.
yours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, is there a link for that, or do we just jump on LinkedIn? Because I usually see it coming across my LinkedIn. I think.
I just Rumi was the one that puts it all in the chat, so I copied that. I know. Do you have it, Kurt? I can get it too. It's in my notes. If I can go grab them, or if you have them handy, Kurt, whichever.
I've got the daily huddle. I can get easily. I don't know about the other ones though.
Okay. I can get it from my calendar. Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Thank you so very much.
Yeah, I'll grab those and I'll put it in there. Me, I think you all know me. I'm just focusing on what my focus is right now is the morning. No, it's what do I name it? Oh my God, I'm just working on this because I'm putting it in the PDF, a free PDF in the Great Discovery. So I'm just working on creating courses in there. But there's a free PDF about the morning action plan. So 'cause I believe the most important thing is keeping being consistent and doing little steps to major impacts down the line. You know, those little morning action plans make a huge difference in your health and down the line. So I'm focusing on that. Well, thank you. So, but I'm a health stand guide, mentor, accountability to make it easy to take you from where you are to where you want to get to, whether it's a simple headache to a major illness. Because the symptoms, it's as Louise Hay had a book out, um, You Can Heal Your Life. I was to be mentored by Louise Hay. I was,
Oh, mommy.
yeah, and Dr. Wayne Dyer. Yeah, I was one of the ones, and I keep it
Girl,
back as a reminder.
I got you. What?
Yeah, I always keep this mirror in front of me because one of the things she told me, I used to hate myself, and I didn't like the way I look. I didn't have this. This is way back. So her way, it's like every symptom, whatever it is, whatever diagnosis, it's all related in the subconscious, in the DNA, back in the ancestral, and that's how it goes into the genes and in the body. I was bedridden in 2011, and I was shocked because before that I was athletic and fit. I opened my eyes, I couldn't, and it was scary, and it was not comfortable. My self went dark, and it took me 3 months. I was lucky because since I had this annoying since age 7 that you can live a long life, there's not a thing to be in pain and all of that. So I kept knowing inside of me, there's this voice inside of me always telling me. So I knew with that, and that gave me the comfort, and I trusted it. No matter what they told me that you need to, there was points that they would say you need an operation, you need medicine, you need this and that. But because the knowing was so strong, I went through. Yes, it was painful, but I pushed through, and they labeled me with chronic fatigue, chronic pain, and autoimmune and Hashimoto. They were going to put all these fibromyalgia because I had like also rashes. They thought I have lupus, so they were going to name me. But I stepped out of it and I pushed forward. But it was not me alone. It was all these visionaries, scientists that cured their cancer. I got connected because I was in the industry. I was connected to all these different minds, and I had like Dyer and Louis Tay as well. So I was able to manage and step out. So today I'm 54, never been on meds, absolute meds, and I move forward. Thank you. So I want to make that easy. I want to be that person for the other person, whoever it is that's going through it. Or there's times they don't know, they're perfectly fine, but those, they get older and they say, oh, it's old age, or they blame it on the genes. But there's ways. You just have to know and trust the power too. So that's why I created these two books.
Beautiful. Can you give us the name of the book?
Sure. This is the one. Well, this is how I got out of the bed naturally. I shared here how. This is an older one, and the modalities and what I did and everything. But
What's the title of the book? What's the
Oh,
title of the book?
I'm gonna put it in the chat. You can
But
overcome.
say it for the recording. Yeah.
Oh, you can overcome anything. And this one is, he has many different editions, and this one is with integrity. See, 17 chapters, very easy read. Each chapter is 1 to 2 pages, and at the end, it's a little place for you to journal. So that's what I need to. I want to get out to people because everyone is looking outside of them, but they are the most powerful. I say technology. It's you and your divine source within. Whatever that is to you. So just know it. But you
Talking
got
my language.
yes, right? Because you got to know it. I mean, even in 1 second of doubt, that second goes in the subconscious mind. So it triggers that. And I know all of this for a fact because I walked this. I experienced this once. Even right now, I'm still in this planet living in these bodies. If I let it go, and I can go into pain and discomfort, but I gotta know it. So yes, that I practice daily. I mean, I'll share one quick experience that just happened recently, and I got my laser next to me because I'm right now treating myself. I had a fall on the airport. We just came back from um, Florida. I had a fall because I didn't pay attention. I looked back, and when I looked front, my suitcase had the four wheels. It turned in front of me, and I tripped, and I it tripped really hard on my knees. So then, but instead of me like, as soon as I tried to get up and I started kicking, like kickboxing my leg up to make sure it's like still working. So I went it's just the mindset. I thought about like it's healed, everything's fine, and I just move forward. And then I just do the things for it, and then I don't think about it. Because the more we think about it, oh, go check it out. It might be fractured or not. So that's the mindset I live in. I I use doctors only for emergencies. So that's my mindset, and that's my belief. I'm not saying for anyone else to do that. That's me.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Question for you. So you talk about the subconscious and healing, and so all of this is the world of my language and the work that I also do. And I also have an ebook that is about self-generating and how you start the day. And I have 5 steps to starting your day. Yep, it's on my website. It's a free download on my website also. So it's very validating because I know how important that is. It's the days that I could not get out of the bed. So I love that you pick up that book and said, this is how I got out of bed. That's so real because you can have all the tools of the world, but if you do not have the emotional wherewithal to use them to get out of that bed, it's a moot point, right? So for you, how do you discern the distinction between subconscious thoughts that are coming from old thought forms and patterns of belief and your intuition? How do you distinguish between those two things? When your intuition is giving you like the red flag or the little pause button or the caution sign, how do you distinguish between that and when it's like past based subconscious old thinking?
That is
It might make you a little paranoid.
that's a great point because it does take practice. It does. The the more we go through it in life, the more actually we get connected to the source. So through the source, you get the messages, and it's nothing that is forced. It just comes naturally. So when you think, when you're thinking. So when you think, it's all programming, and it's not you. So even if you're thinking, it's very deep. It's to get what I'm saying, but it goes into you got to bring like all the thoughts into the heart, and the heart is where your joy is. For example, you see a puppy, it's cute. We're not thinking, we're just experiencing.
Right.
So whenever you experience that heartbeat, that joy, you got when you're in that, the creativity will come. But if you think and you're in your thoughts, those are not even yours. So I always, the way it works for me, I the thoughts do not exist anymore. The thoughts are in the past. The past is a non-existent. The future hasn't come. So the future is an illusion. So enjoy this moment. That brings you joy, and you will see how everything will start answering. Everything will like. It's very. Some people may think it's difficult. It took me. It wasn't overnight that I got these years to get me to where I am. So I stay in the moment. Every moment is a clean, and it just takes practice, and then people will get there. Because through the years, through all the experiences that I've been through, from the revolution through the divorce, and the divorce of abusive marriage to be alone, and so I had a lot of pain and struggles. But the whole thing was to be in the moment and trust that in you, because that is the only. And I won't even say believe. You gotta know it. You feel it, and just everyone on here, every soul is so powerful, and you are like the most creator yourself, and you're so powerful. You're really powerful.
I love it.
That's to think we're not. It was just, it's a programming. It's all a program.
Program platforms and old text. Love your blouse. Love your blouse. Love it a lot.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Love talk. Love your share. Love you have to say. That is that whole world of transformation, and I love it. I love it. Emily.
Rita,
Yeah.
I could go and open up the posting party.
Oh, is it time?
Yeah, it's all time.
Oh, it's almost 8 o'clock.
Wait, did you put a link? Hold on.
Yeah, she put it in there to the posting party.
Let me get it. Which one is it? HTTP. Is that it?
So let's create the posting party.
This is what I should do to improve it.
Oh.
I gotta get consistent. There's people who improve their eyesight with this, but let me click on that. You see, I can't.
And then how do we save the whole chat like we used to do, Kurt? Can we still do that anymore?
Yeah, it's in the middle.
So if you go to the chat box and you open it, there's a little dots up on top, right where it says to read.
Or in the middle. It's in the middle.
Oh, I see it.
Or at the bottom.
And then you just save chat.
Oh, no, that's not mine. Mm-mm.
The other way to do is I like to just kind of click somewhere around the outside of the white box, select all, and then copy and paste notepad or something, because that way the links will be clickable.
I used to be able to do this with ease.
I'm clicking on all these. Hold on, July 19th, April 19th. I want to get on there. Okay. I just registered. Wait. Oh, it's going to go into my email. Oh, there's a join. Okay, I see.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I got it open. But I like to do sometimes the ones I like to click on them so it'll be open. And then I'll.
Right?
Okay, I got it. Perfect.
That's what I'm doing. Hold on. Get this one. Okay, I got the podcast. Let me go back.
I grabbed the podcast. You're gonna love it.
And then from this morning, Emily
Wait,
posted. Yes.
I was supposed to drop in the.
Uh-oh. Hold on one second. There we go. I'm sorry. It was about to.
No problem.
Go ahead, Leah.
So
No, I'm getting the link for you because I forgot. I'm gonna put it in there. The morning motivation. Okay, there it is. It's coming. There it is.
There's the posting.
to come to the posting party, Rita, I want you to meet Kathy Weaver. I think she's another great person that you could have to speak to your youth group. She's really phenomenal, particularly when it comes to learning how to handle money at a very young age and really building your business. Like networking is her thing.
Yeah, Kathy,
Beautiful.
I mean, the best. Yes. 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 Yes.
Beautiful. Okay, make sure I didn't get anything. Hold on. Make sure I didn't forget anything.
I'm
Let me
getting
get-
all these things in here for you too. There it is. Workday session. The two I talked about, Kurt put the other ones in. So, right, Kurt? Yes.
Okay, I
Yeah.
sent
Yeah, I
it to
put the daily huddle link in there for everybody.
Yeah, perfect. And I put the other two in here too.
and that one now, the work link and what.
Oh, I gotta change.
Fantastic. So I
Oh,
was
this says redirect notice. What does that mean? The previous page is sending to. I don't know what that.
Sometimes you click on that, it'll take you on that one. It redirects. Which one's redirect?
The one you just put, the last one posted, the workday session.
Yeah, that happened. When you click that, the redirect, and it'll take you there. I think they changed the link, and sometimes that's why you get like the redirect.
Okay, cool.
all right. So I will see you all at the posting party.
See
See you in a minute.
If you don't have a post, you can do it while we're, showing off what we can do. So no worries. And if you don't have a post, but you have one from a previous day, you can use that one too.
Right on.
Got it, Ari. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna be driving because I'm gonna have to vacate this building in a minute, but I'll be on, but then I can manipulate on when I'm kept.
All right. No worries.
All right, awesome.
See you then.
All right,
Oh wait,
see you
Diva,
then.
I have to tell you, I love your book.
Ah, thank you. Mwah.
See you in a minute, Diva.
All right. Bye.
So, Emily Gomer, I heard that you have been kicking butt, taking names, and running around and doing all the things. Can you tell us anything that you would like for us to do for our meeting next week? We have been charged with everybody inviting at least one person to come next Friday. Is there anything else that you want to report to us, illustrious? Anything else we need to do? Anything you want to share with us to wrap us up?
I'm not really sure, but thank you everybody for coming.
So Emily's awesome and never amps herself up enough. And for me, anyway. And when I was in H&P, I pencil out when you do it, write down these resources, get on that H&P website, get these. I'm going to put them all. I repost this for people. I'll make sure that they have the links available. And it's just going to be a great week. It's going to be a great week. And we are going to do so much to have the room full of young people so that we can pour into them and build teams with them and empower them personally, professionally, and generate the money because they are worthy, because they deserve because they do. And we are changing the game about people's neighborhoods being places that they need to survive and make it out of. You can thrive anywhere you are. You can co-create experience anywhere you want, anywhere you are. You can have your life be any way you want it to be. And this is a place that will totally empower you, give you the rules of the game, and connect you to the people who will support you in your business journey and personal and professional development. Thank you guys so much. And we are going to jump right into the posting party right now. Have a great